Adama is not your real name. What is your real name?
My real name is Albert Nkrumah.
Okay. And how did you come by? How did you come by the name Adama?
Oh, it's from DSS.
Yes.
Master.
Okay.
Well, we were having science class.
Okay.
That is biology. Then we go to the topic reptiles and then our teammates. So we came across the name Agama lizard.
Okay.
And so it sounded so good to almost everybody in the class. And then I was the one even using it most. And so I was saying, hey, Agama lizard, Agama. Then they all
Became your
started
name.
calling me Agama. So right from JSS, we were calling it JSS, can't be JHS. So right from there, we came to so that is Fijai. And then, fortunately, I came with two ladies from the same school.
Okay.
They are Sarah Foda and then Tiamwa. And then one lady, they were three. Esther Bam, she did general arts. And then those two ladies, and Tiamwa and then Sarah, they did science. And so, because we all came from JSS, they knew me, the name. So they began calling me Agama.
For everybody.
Then they got to know. As I speak with you, the Agama is well known, popular, even at where I grew up, my peers. I mean, those that I play with, football, I mean, they all call me Agam. So that is how I came by the name.
Did you get any assistance from other students on campus to ease the burden on food and other necessities on campus? If you can speak up a bit because of the sound.
Yeah, I must say I got some help. Very huge one. Because of the situation that I found myself, it got to a time the whole class, both girls and boys, they came together and then they contributed for me. Not only that, those are the dormitories. When I came here, before I came, I was barbering. So I was barbering at home, to earn some money. So when I came to campus, I said, oh, why can't I also do same to help my guys? So I started doing it. But as I do, they also give me something to feed on. So others will give me gari and then needle. Others will give me starters. Others will give me what do you call it, mackerel. I mean, so many different. I will baba about 3 or 4 people. Each and every one will give me some different thing altogether, which I'm able to live on.
So it's another edition of the Chronicles of Life, and I am with Agama. Usually I don't like introducing my guests, as you already know. Agama is his nickname, so we would find out his real name and then we'd have this conversation. As you can see, it's a different background today, and it's a different setting altogether because we are actually recording this on the campus of Fijai. Yes. So Agama, welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. So Agama is not your real name. What is your real name?
My real name is Albert Nkrumah.
Okay. And how did you come by? How did you come by the name Agama?
Oh, it's from DSS.
Yes.
Master.
Okay.
Well, we were having science class.
Okay.
That is biology. Then we go to the topic reptiles and then our teammates. So we came across the name Agama lizard.
Okay.
And so it sounded so good to almost everybody in the class. And then I was the one even using it most. So I was saying, hey, Agama, Agama, Agama. Then they all
Became
started
your names.
calling me Agama, Agama. So right from JSS, we were calling it JSS, currently JHS. So right from there, we came to so that is Fijai. And then, fortunately, I came with two ladies from the same school.
Okay.
They are Sarah Fodder and then Tiamwa. And then one lady, they were three. Esther Bam, she did general arts. And then those two ladies, and Tiamwa and then Sarah, they did science. And so, because we all came from JSS, they knew me, the name. So they began calling me Agama, Agama, Agama.
For everybody.
Then they got to know. As I speak with you, the Agama is well known, popular, even at where I grew up, my peers. I mean, those that I play with, football, I mean, they all call me Agama, Agama. So that is how I came by the name.
Okay. You are still on Chronicles of Life. My name is Razak Kofi. This is the special edition. And as I mentioned, on this particular season, it's mainly my classmate, my schoolmate, my secondary schoolmate, because it's been 25 years since we completed secondary school. So it's prudent that we have such conversations to find out where we are, how the school has impacted us, and all of that. And Agama was a footballer in school. And one fascinating thing about him was he was the only footballer who would go to practice, like as the Americans would say, will go to training, and then he will still go back to class. You understand? I don't understand that. Because usually the footballers, you just go and then you see them loitering around the dormitories and all of that. But you were serious with both. What was the reason for that?
Yeah, I must say you are right. And it all started right from my infancy. The football was, let's say, a talent or a gift from above. And so I didn't learn how to play football. As I grew up, I had that talent. I started playing the football. So it was part of me as I grew up. I got to a time, result came. Yeah, it is result came. And then actually, I picked St. John's. But there was one guy who was my senior. That is, the name is Unbreakable. He was then the sports prefect. And so we stayed together at the same area. So he spoke with me and then told me, why is it that I didn't change my mind to come to Fijai? Because they will need me, because I know how to play football. But then my name is already at St. John. So immediately he said that, no. So, okay. Then I also, accepted, I agreed to come to Fijai. And then when I came to check, my name was in business class, that is business one. And so, as you said, the football was part of me, of which that one I can play it any time. And so, and fortunately for me to, although my beginning parts wasn't all that, in terms of academics, I wasn't all that sharp. So I had a poor start. I started from government school. And I was in JHS 1 or JSS 1 then. And I had a challenge of what? Understanding basic questions or topics. So I ended up being beaten. Every now and then, the teachers would be beating me, especially one teacher, Africa John, he was beating me always. So my interest in school, I got fed up, I must say. So I decided not to work to school again. And so the football there is part of me, so I was playing. And so my father thought that if I wouldn't be going to school, then he prefer me going back to the village to go and then farm. Okay. Of which my mother said no, she wouldn't permit that. And then they came to a compromise, and then they agreed that they would move me from that government school to a private school. And so I went to the private school. The name is Top Royal Cooperative School. It's located at Cosinton Sawmill. Yeah. So when I went there, I was in JSS 1. and then I was sent to class 4 then, or stage 4. So I was told if I'm going to be given a reading book, if I'm able to read a class 4 reading book, I'll be sent to class 5. And that I remember the topic or the heading of the book is The Frog and the Bird. They gave it to me. Was that I wasn't able to mention a word because by then, my interest in academics totally gone. Only the football. So it was embarrassing. It was embarrassing, and then the whole class, looking at my stature, how I looked like I was built because of the football. I was very strong, and then those guys I went to meet as class 4 because I wasn't able to be. I was asked to be there. If I had been able to be there, like I would be moved to class 5. So those guys, I was then older than almost all of them. So just imagine, they were also eloquent in terms of the English language, knew how to construct a sensible sentence.
Difficult.
So they will be teasing you, shaming you, even how to respond, because you can't express yourself in English. You see that you be quiet, you'll be teasing you. I wasn't able to even associate myself with people as we studied.
So you mentioned that your name was at St. John's, which means that you did so well to get into secondary school, but then you moved to Fijai.
Yeah.
So when you came to Fijai Form 1, how was your reading like? How was your comprehension of English language and the general studies like? Yeah.
Good. Surprisingly, I improved on my English language, that is even total academic when I was approaching JSS. So there was one guy who was so good. So the name is.
Can you speak up a bit? Yeah.
There was one guy who was so good. So he took me through reading.
Okay.
So you read 1 line, 2 lines, and I read after him.
Yeah.
And then, boom, when I got to JSS, by the time I realized, then I was from first to third, I fall with him.
Okay.
So all those people who were making fun of me,
you got better than me. So did you use that same attitude when you came to the secondary school?
Yes. So when I got to secondary school, because I knew my background and how it was tough for me to get to the secondary school, the admission fee was not that. But by then, now my dad's job is almost
was
ended.
unemployed.
So I knew that no, I need to sit up and then take my academic work serious. Right from the word go, I had that mindset that whether a subject is difficult or not, I will put in my best to work to get it right. Especially with accounting and then costing. I heard it before coming that accounting is very technical or principle based. So if you are not someone who reads a lot, who likes practicing or working questions, you only like the subject. So psychologically prepared. Immediately we started, I developed the interest in accounting, and right from the word go. Academics, I was picking up progressing very strongly. But one thing that helped me most is adding the football. So I realized that as we go to the field, we train as we go. We wake up dawn and go for trotting and then do the exercises. When we get back to class, you see that you look so refreshed, and anything that is being taught, you get it on point. You get it right. Sometimes I'll get it to the extent that my colleagues who find it difficult to understand certain jargons or some difficult topics, they will approach me and I'll break it down for them to get it. And they will ask, oh, wow. So is it that the teacher was trying to put across and we're not getting it? And then I'm proud. I taught so many people during my experience with time. And I must say the sporting aspect has also helped me a lot.
So you mentioned that your father was unemployed at a point, which means that when you got to, how was the situation at home when you got to Fijai?
Before I got to Fijai, then if you remember, there was a time there was this company, WVLC,
Yes.
Western Veneer Lumber Company, located at our point. They were employing so many people from the region. And so it got to a time the timber or the lumber business started, dwindling. And so they were what? Leaders. They were asked to come home. So by then too, I'm also entering SS. So it was so difficult that paying the admission fee was very tough. So based on that, I was able to get to see myself through. But after I started, it got to a stage, things were so hard. And I also realized that those who were brought purposely for playing football for the school weren't that good than me. But they were not paying fees.
Yeah.
I'm rather paying fees. I was rather paying fees. So I decided to go to the headmaster and then talk to him. And I did. And then I believe when I was approaching Form 2, I decided on my own not to work, not to pay any fees. And then became faculty. So uh, I believe it was recognized as what partially scholarship. And so I didn't pay out what I completed.
And when you completed, they gave you a certificate.
Definitely, they gave me my certificates. And surprisingly, when the result came, one of our mentors, that is Second, the economics teacher, by then, when he has picked my result ahead of time. And those days too, when the result comes, for you to get it ahead of time so that you prepare towards your next step, it's very difficult. You struggle. It takes some people some months or even not several months, if I'm to say. But I need it because Second knew me, and then he knew how serious I was in class.
He had special interest in you.
He took my result. Immediately I got to campus and I said, Albert, I don't come. And he gave me a result. I looked at it and said, wow. He told me that immediately I should what? I should continue my tertiary education. But because of finance issue, I wasn't able to continue. I had to work for about 4 or 5 years before I'll be able to go to continue.
Okay. Okay, so you are still on Chronicles of Life. My name is Razak Kofi. We are recording this edition on Fijai campus here in Secondary Takrade, Ghana. And my guest is Albert Nkrumah, who was my mate. He pursued business, but he was in a different class. So things were tough at home. Did you get any assistance from other students on campus to ease the burden on food and other necessities on campus? If you can speak up a bit because of the sound.
Yeah, I must say, I got some help. Very huge one. Because of the situation that I found myself, it got to a time the whole class, both girls and boys, they came together and then they contributed for me. Not only that, those are the dormitories. When I came here, before I came, I was barbering. So I was barbering at home, to earn some money. So when I came to campus, I said, oh, why can't I also do same to help my guys? So I started doing it. But as I do, they also give me something to feed on. So others will give me gari and then needle. Others will give me starters. Others will give me what do you call it? Mackerel. So many different. I will barber about 3 or 4 people. Each and every one will give me some different thing altogether, which I'm able to live on. So apart from the barbering, those I stayed in the same dormitory with me. If you permit me to mention
Yes.
this guy's name,
Acknowledge some people, yeah.
May his soul rest in peace. Justice Tiagwe,
Okay.
who was then the Quay House prefect. So it wasn't easy for me to even to get to the boarding house because I wasn't recognized as such. It's based on the football or the sports activity that allowed me to get in there. So if the football or sports section ends, you are supposed to work. But I was able to convince them, persuade them, and pleaded with them to accept me to be part of them. I mean, have it, right as I stated. Because had it not been that, I'll be moving from Apremodo. I'll pick about 2 cars every day. In and out will be 4 cars, of which it will be very difficult for me. And so it helped me very, 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 very much. So Tiago, just a Tiago, he helped me to what at the dormitory. And I said that among our colleagues too, I can mention some guys who also impacted my life in terms of food and other stuff. Katanomen, I remember one day he also helped me, not a day, but one day when after I completed SF, I was badly in need of some money. So I called Kata. Then Kata told me to meet him at what? Pipeline. So I met him and Kata gave me 50 cities. That time 50 cities was like today 500. So I haven't forgotten. Even Kata, I spoke with him today. No, yesterday. And I told him that he helped me. He has even forgotten that he helped me. So not only Kata, Tiso, Isaac Emisa, the ladies in our class, I can mention Fatima, Isahaku, I can mention Beta Frifa, I can mention Shelley Okaya Sari. Oh, I can mention Freda Amua and a whole lot. Only that I can't recollect majority. In fact, they helped me. Had it not been the help of my colleagues, students, it have been bad. It have been bad. They helped me a lot. And if they are watching this video, sorry, if they'll be watching this video, if they hear my voice, I owe them these words of what gratitude. So if they watch this video, to accept it from me that I haven't forgotten you. I always remember the impact that you've made in my life. And so I say thank you and God bless you very, very, very much.
Okay, you are still on Chronicles of Life, and I'm having a conversation with Agama here on Fijai campus as part of the second season special, where I'm featuring only Fijai Secondary School graduate of 2000. So you combined football and academics beautifully. You got some assistance from your mates because, of course, there were some difficulties and stuff like that. Who is that one teacher who took special interest in you? You already mentioned Second. So Second took special interest in you and he assisted you.
In terms of, I must say, in terms of guidance or advice, there hasn't been any day that this teacher will come to our class that he wouldn't advise us. Take us through some life lessons that you always appreciated. And so based on this, good words, also ended on those words, and not only him, Mr. Jerry, he was, taking us through accounting. He also was so happy to see me so serious with my academic work, together with the football that I play. He's always surprised to see me playing football actively for the school and then doing well academically as well. So he was so happy to see me. Even he was working on some pamphlets on campus. So he would call me to come to his house and then we'll work out the pamphlets. After we are done, he'll give me one for free in my hand. So these are 2 teachers who have influenced my life in a very, very huge way. And so I say God bless you, Sir Ken. God bless you, Sir Jerry. And this is how far the good Lord has brought me.
Good. So after secondary school, after Fijai, you mentioned that you spent close to 4 to 5 years before you continued because of challenges. What did you study
After school,
the test service has started? So we have to amplify.
the school, I ain't talking about the next step.
Yeah, the next step.
Yes. Yeah, I must say, after the SS, no, as I said, things were so difficult. So I had to work for some time. So I worked for about 4, 5 years before I applied to join Takwade Polytechnic.
Okay.
So when I got into Takwade Polytechnic, things wasn't good at all. I was struggling too much. So it got to a time when I got there, I met a junior who was my school son. Fijai. The name is Albert Nkrumah. He was my school son there, but because I stayed home for about 5 years, I met him there. And we studied or we read accounting together at Poly. So he offered me a help. It got to a time the school fees I wasn't able to pay. I wait till the what do you call it? The money that normally comes, is it the snake's money? That snake's money
loans.
is very good. Student loan money and before I'm able to pay my fees. So this school son of mine helped me with about, let's say, 100 cities. 100 cities by then, today it would be like about 10,000. So he helped me, and as I speak with you, I was able to pay him half of it. Today, 500 Ghana. And so that is how difficult the relation was. So based on that, sometimes I'll be sitting in class, lectures going on, but for me to what? To concentrate, it wasn't there. Academically, I saw myself even coming down because I wasn't feeding. Sometimes I would go to the class with empty stomach. I wasn't concentrating. It's very difficult and I will force it because if you don't eat well, your immune system will be down. I will not eat 12, sometimes 12, 1 o'clock. By then, you yourself, your system is down. So you can't even concentrate. So that was how bad it is. But by God's grace, I persevered, endured, and then I was able to also make it. So from Tipoli, I worked for about 6 years. From Tipoli, I worked for about 6 years before I went to Jimpa for my first degree. I went to be the accountant. So after Jimpa, I also had to work for additional 7 years before I went for my second degree, that is master's. So it hasn't been, easy at all. If you read in between the lines, you appreciate the fact that I've spent a whole lot of years, not that I've wasted it, but it was due to circumstances beyond my control. That is what caused me to stay that long in the educational ladder. But it's not bad. As I speak with you, I'm looking forward to going outside to go and then read my PhD. And then, if not PhD, I'll charter. So these are the two things that I'm looking ahead for.
Okay, that's good. I believe that whatever life throws us at, it is how we come out of it. That defines us. So challenges are part of life. Even rich people, there's a joke that people say that there was there were two people who were praying in church, right? So one of the two people was so loud, he was shouting, "God, I need this money. God, you have to do it for me. God, this and that." But the other one was quiet, he was very quiet, he was praying solemnly. So something triggered, something asked him to ask the other man what he was praying about. So he asked him, "Master, dear Nkwana did I say, Master, Michi taxi, you understand?" Oh, yeah, we all have difficulty, but there are levels to the difficulty. There are levels to challenges. Sometimes when you tell somebody your challenge, they laugh at you because they think that now with the small one in there, everybody step in there. You see, You had a difficulty, but you persevered. Now you have a master's, you have a good paying job. You understand? Yeah. But there are other people, they are still at it. They are still at, that is why sometimes when I watch a movie, I don't like a very nice ending, like a sweet ending kind of movie. He suffered and then he gained. I want to also see he gained. You understand? Because that is the story of some other people. And then there is the story of he suffered till he dead, till he died. You understand? There's that story that we know people like that. But every time you watch a movie, it's all about from grass to grace all the time. You understand? Or from grace to grass. You get it? But there are some grace to grace stories. There are some grass to grass stories and all of that. Yeah, you know. You are still on Chronicles of Life. My name is Razak Kofi, and I am with Agama. Agama, are you married?
Oh, yes, I am. By the
Okay.
grace of God.
Okay. You have kids? How many kids do you have?
I have 4.
You have 4.
Yes.
How has been the challenges of parenting? Like when you look back, some of the troubles that you gave to your parents, are you receiving it in equal measure or more
Oh,
with your kids?
they are not grown like some of us.
Mhm.
The way we were grown and how difficult we were.
Yeah, of course. The challenges are different.
So they are not grown. They are not growing. So when they get to, teenage, so that is where I also experienced that. But currently, they are one is 8, 7, one is 10, the other is what, about 14, almost 14. And so it hasn't been easy. And my beginning, everything about me, Razak, I must say, I don't know whether it's from above. Everything about me, I have to struggle before I get it. Everything. I have to put in my best before I will be able to succeed.
Have you thought that is how God made it for you to appreciate everything that He does for you?
No two ways about that. If I sit down and I ponder over it, I ask myself, why is that almost everything that I would like to do, I'll struggle before I move.
But you get it.
But I get to that.
Yes, you get it.
I
You understand?
Yeah.
Look, there are situations where people have struggled and still not gotten it.
See, I like my wife. Before I will marry her.
Convince her.
But before my dad, I had nothing. Here is the case. When I was about going for my national service, that is after the poly. I met this lady at church and I proposed to her. She accepted it. Was harsh. But I definitely knew that after Tripoli, I would then get to maturity to marry. So I did that so that after my service, definitely I'll get a job then we start life altogether. But here's the case after the service, the job wasn't coming.
You see what you said. You said when I finish Tripoli, definitely. There's no definitely in life. Yeah, you know it. But sometimes, of course, when we are growing up, we think that okay, being a certificate now, then the job will come.
So this is the case I proposed to the lady. The lady has also told the parents perfectly. The lady has also told the parents about my intentions, and they've also accepted it. So it got to a time they realized that I'm not coming forward proper to perform the necessary right.
Yeah.
So that thing also hurts me that much. Because they were pushing the lady to do something else, but because the lady saw something in me ahead of time. Because by then I had nothing. I had zero. But the lady saw in me maybe how I talk, how she
handle yourself.
You told me every word that I come out of my mouth. The lady was defending me in front of her parents. Go for different. Sometimes my wife will cry, then I'll tell her, okay, if that's the case, don't mention my name to them again. So I was praying, we're praying as I speak with you. Things, started getting better.
How long have you been married?
About 14.
14 years. That is like past. You prayed about it, even though you struggled, but you got it. You understand?
See how the thing happened there, brother. I'm trying to say that me, as I said, everything that I want to do, it doesn't come with me. So my wife had to defend me until she was able to convince the friend of the mother for the friend to come and then convince the man to speak to her.
But you got it eventually.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So I was after getting my wife, I told myself that I've done a good job.
Exactly.
I've done a good job.
And you appreciate her too.
Sharp. Get it. Yeah, she's so good. So from then on, then we started gradually. It was tough though, right from the onset. We passed through some difficult times, sometimes confrontations, and it's natural.
Yeah.
Ladies are not going to suffer. So if they pass through some, but if it was me alone and me there, I passed through that serious meal. Yeah. So I'm not bothered when I'm in what difficult. But the lady there, so she thought, things wouldn't work. But gradually, I was able to, higher and higher. And as I speak, the home is so nice. You'll be happy you get in there. And I'm able to do one or two things that sometimes I look back and I say, oh, even my family, my immediate family, my siblings, my father and as for my mother, she wasn't dedicated. By my father, we got to a time, my sisters, they were sharp. They were sharp. My senior brother was so brilliant. Me, I was the only, I mean, person whose performance was, below average. So they were making the. So I got to a time I was scoring 0/10 in essay writing. That is composition. So I told myself that one day I'll be the breadwinner of the family. Then they couldn't know, but they thought they never knew that is what I've told myself. And so as I speak with you, I'm the only person with 2 degrees in the bank. I'm still looking for more.
Yeah. Okay, so let me ask you. So looking back, you understand, before you came to Fijai, you think that you sitting there right now with everything that you have achieved, both your nuclear family, your degrees, your job, whatever property or whatever other side businesses that you have or whatever, do you think that when you think back, do you think that you would have been here with everything that you have achieved now?
No. I must say, Fijai, I see the Fijai Secondary School as the source of everything. What do you call it? The word to use.
The turning point in your life. Yeah.
Thank you for that word. The turning point. Who knows? Maybe St. John's wouldn't have helped me.
Exactly.
Who told you that I was going to get that about 70% or 50% scholarship to study there? But when I came to Fijai, we were able to win the Milo Games in the whole Western region. Based on that, I traveled to Kumasi to go for the Milo Games. I traveled to Accra to play for Barco Games. So Fijai School has what impacted my life so much that I can't say anything without mentioning the name of Fijai Secondary School. The teachers were so wonderful, and the headmaster Blanco, in fact, may his soul rest in peace, guided us. He impacted in us so many lessons of life. Then based on that, where we are today. And so back to your question, had it not been Fijai and the assistance that I got from colleagues, and then the good guidance from teachers as well, like my life would have been a mess. I would say that the God factor too is hugely part of what my success story. So that is what I have to say for that question.
Okay, you are still on Chronicles of Life. I'm with Agama, Albert Nkrumah, and we'll be wrapping up this session very soon. Now, is there any question that you were expecting that I would ask you that I haven't? Or is there something that you wanted to say that would have not said yet? Because there are 2 more questions that I would I would want to ask you anyway. But that will concern advice to our classmates and also advice to the current students.
Thank you. Some aspect of my life that I would like to share
Okay.
with anybody who is watching this piece. Got to a time after the secondary school.
Speak up.
As I said, I worked for about 4 years or 5 years before I continued my education at Poly. When I was working, I didn't work, in a formal setup. Sometimes I'll be reading. If I can pass my mind back, I was reading dressing flowers at Ghana Telecom.
Okay, yeah. So
Because
gardener.
very good. I was dressing flowers. So it got to a time and I need to go to work. You know what I do? Because by all means, Ghana Telecom, people from my place be working there. So they will know me. So do you know what I do? I'll put up a hat or whatever the name is.
Yeah.
To
The cap.
Yeah, the cap to cover my face. That round cap, the one that you wore,
safety.
the one that you wore yesterday.
Oh,
That
okay,
hat.
okay, yeah, yeah, the hat.
Yeah, the hat. Then I'll wear it so that you wouldn't recognize me. So I'll be down, then I'll be working, dressing the flowers, dressing the flowers. And another one too is I went to Ghana Pinewood, and the gap when you are getting to Efiem Kwanta.
Yeah.
Ghana Pinewood, there was a timber company there. One, it happened that sometime I had to go there and then go and work as a security person. Meanwhile, I had no experience in security and safety, and because of the necessity of life, man had to survive. So I had to go in for that, and that place to a very bad experience happened. I'm not a security person, but I was assigned a duty post at where I lived to go and then protect a car who is, broken down. Make sure that the fuel is intact. Nobody touches the fuel. But because the place is closer to my house and I wasn't, having protectives to protect myself. So I was a bit afraid. So I had to go and then sleep at my house. It was closer to my house. So it's happened that early in the morning I had to run back to my post to go and then be there so that when supervisors come, they will see me that I'm still at post. But surprisingly, when they came, and then by then me, I'm at work. That is the main office. So when they came, they knew that they brought back is that they've siphoned the fuel, all the fuel in the car. And I said, wow. They told me, it means I didn't go to the post. And I said, I went. I was denying. I went. They said I didn't go. Okay. To cut a long story short, they said that I'm going to pay for the fuel. So they started deducting me every month. And then I said, no, I can't cope with that any longer. So the small money that I was able to save, I then applied for T-Poly, and then I got to T-Poly. And so that is that bit of.
So based on that, based on all that you have gone through, what would you tell the current students of Fijai?
Yeah.
Or any young person who is in school, who is getting their education, who is under their parents' control? What would you tell them?
Thank you. I will start by saying that in the scriptures, it says that in every time under the earth, it's what times and seasons. It's times and seasons. I've come to appreciate the fact that the SS stage or the adolescent stage or the teenage stage of life is total deception. Why am I saying that? You see life as simple, you see life as fun, you see life as easy because you are being catered for. You are being, cared for, by a guardian or what, a parent or a relative. Because of that, don't see the reason why you are to what? You are to be serious in life. And so my advice to you is that there's a time for everything. If you are a student, what you are to do most is what? Serious with your academic work. Nothing less, nothing more. be serious with the academic work, and then make yourself proud and make your parents proud, because they are investing in you hugely. They are sacrificing for you. Just imagine you also coming back to the school to come and then, help the school. It will be so beautiful. So what I'm trying to say is that don't let circumstances around you influence you badly. Don't let circumstances around you take the best part of you. And then tell yourself that no matter what life brings to you, you are going to what? Succeed. Me, I'm that person. I don't give up in anything. And if I'm pressing towards a particular goal, I don't give in any negativity. I don't give up so easily. I'll make sure I get to the what? The end part of it, which is a success. That one, my starting point, sometimes I'll fumble. Sometimes people will be laughing at you. Sometimes people will undermine you. Sometimes people will what? Discourage you. People will what? Will be making fun of you. But I'm telling you, a student, be focused. Be focused. And then don't forget where you began from. Don't forget your beginning, where your family is, where you yourself you want to be, and then let that inspire you. And I believe you will go far.
Okay,
You go far.
thank you so much. And to the current, to our mate, people just ask your story. Some others may be struggling, you understand. Others have also succeeded. Some are on their way there up. Some also are on their way down, because there are different stories of life. What would you say to our mates as well?
Yeah. To our mates, FOSA 2000, I must say, 25 years ago, we were like students, but now majority of us are mature. I believe some are with kids, others are, big men, some companies, others too may be average, others too will be what? Struggle, as sometimes we hearing from each other. Sometimes could be in the form of what? Sickness. Sometimes to be in the form of what? Some level of disappointment from a relative or whoever. But the beauty of life is that you have people like us around. Never be discouraged if things are not going the way you expected. Never be ashamed because you see some of us doing well. Never let superiority complex take the best out of you. We are all one, and approach us with all the confidence that you can. And we are all always ready to what? To accept everybody. None of us here is not ready to what? To accept everybody as part of us. So if you are hearing my voice, this is Agama speaking with you. Don't give up. Don't give up. If you have difficulty, the platform, that heat platform is there. Try and then, voice it out. And if you are not on this on the 2000 platform, WhatsApp platform, we pray with you that try and then avail yourself and then join the platform, join the group, and then be active. And I believe that we'll share some things in common, and of which we of a benefit to you. And so we have something good for you within that group, that WhatsApp group. We'll contribute money towards some projects on Fijai campus. Sometimes we'll help each other when someone is getting married, someone is bereaved. We come together to help each other. That is the beauty of what humanity. So we'll be with everybody that no matter how life has treated you, look at the positive aspect of it. So far as you have life, think that God will cause miracles to happen. You believe with me, you start with me that about 10 or more of our year group are no more alive. But you and I, we are alive, have life, which means God has something special for us. Thank you. Never be disappointed. It will get well.
Thank you so much, Adama, for the time spent. And I am happy we did this conversation because We've been trying to have this conversation for so long. The internet has not been our friend, but eventually get to do this. So I am happy about it. And thank you so much. And to you for watching this edition of the Chronicles of Life from start to finish, or from whatever time that you tune in to this point. I appreciate you. I appreciate you very much. And we are also very big on feedback. So please share this so that another person can watch it. Leave a comment of your observation or whatever you think that we can do to make it better, or whatever we have done well. You understand? And remember, there's a big portfolio of other interviews on this channel, so you can just flip and watch the next one and leave us a comment as well. My name is Razak Kofi. This has been another edition of Chronicles of Life on Zaki Media TV. Zaki Media TV. Remember, good is good if no one does it, and bad is still bad if everybody does it. Thank you very much. I'm out.